Did you say that, Mr. Bailey? Did you say that's my baby?
No, how am I gonna say that's
Him
my
and his cousin was saying that.
Excuse me, can I say something?
How am I
Can I
gonna
say
say
something?
that's my
Wait,
baby?
wait.
Cause you know
I
you
don't
slept
know.
with me. Cause you know you slept with me.
So you believe?
Number
So
one.
it's your testimony. You informed her of
Yes,
your
it is.
desire.
Yes, it is. My mother even said it. She's like,
His
when
mom
my
said
mother
that
addressed
after I had
her,
Jamari.
when my mother addressed to her, she's like Miss Marsh.
The case is McKinney versus Brown, and the stakes are immediately sky high. Ms. McKinney is here to prove her husband is the father of their 11-month-old daughter, Amira. She claims his denial is tearing her apart. The judge gets straight to the heart of the matter, acknowledging the visible pain. This is more than a DNA test. It's a family on the brink of collapse over a fundamental question of trust and biology.
Ms. McKinney, you are here to prove to your husband that he fathered your 11-month-old daughter, Amira. You testify that his paternity denial is tearing you apart. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you say there is no way you are Amira's biological father. After finding a sex tape of your wife with another man, you now intend to prove he fathered Amira.
Mr. Brown drops the bombshell reason for his doubt. He found a sex tape. He explains that after Amira's birth, she didn't look like him. He waited, but as she grew, he saw the other man's face in hers more every day. This visceral, daily reminder of his wife's infidelity fuels his certainty. It's a heartbreaking testimony about how a child's features became a source of pain instead of joy.
He's denying the fact that that's his daughter, and it's not about looks, it's about DNA. And I'm here today to prove and show that he is the father of Amira Brown.
And I can see that you are really hurting right now. I can see the tears. What are you feeling, Miss McKinney? Oh my goodness, she's just gorgeous. What are you feeling?
I just hope that he's the father of Amira Brown.
Hope that he is.
Yes.
The origin story of the tape is as messy as you'd expect. Mr. Brown says his kids were snatching his wife's phone. He grabbed it, a video accidentally played, and he saw enough. He didn't even watch the whole thing. The beginning was all the evidence he needed. It's a classic case of technology revealing a secret that would shatter their reality, all starting with a simple, chaotic family moment.
So you feel Amira looks like the man you saw on the sex tape with your wife?
Yes, I do. More and more every day, I see Amira's face and his face, and it bothers me a lot. And not only that, she looks like more than one person than just him. People in his family she looks like.
So how did you find this sex tape?
Ms. McKinney admits how she met the other man, on a dating website. She reveals they had an on-again, off-again relationship with her husband at the time. This confession paints a picture of a fractured marriage where boundaries were blurred. She met the other man in person, and their physical relationship began. The courtroom gets the first real glimpse into the complicated timeline that led to this paternity mystery.
Miss McKinney, how do you end up with another man doing a sex tape?
I mean, at the time, me and Mr. Brown was off and on.
How did you meet the other man?
I met him on a dating website. We started talking online, and then I finally met him in person, and he came to my house.
So how often were you sexually active with this man?
10 times.
And now, Mr. Brown, you believe this man is the father of Amira.
The other man, Jonathan Fowler, is brought into the courtroom. The tension is palpable as he takes the stand. He calmly states his name for the record. His presence makes the abstract affair terrifyingly real for Mr. Brown. Now, the man from the video is here in the flesh, and his testimony will be crucial in untangling this web of relationships and determining the truth about baby Amira's paternity.
State your name for the court.
Jonathan Fowler.
Mr. Fowler, we are here talking about the paternity of beautiful baby Amira. This court has learned that Ms. Brown found a sex tape of his wife and you in her phone. Is that true?
Yes.
What did she tell you about her relationships?
The judge exposes a stunning detail. Mr. Fowler doesn't even know Ms. McKinney's correct last name. He calls her McKinley before being corrected. This tiny slip speaks volumes about the nature of their affair. It suggests a casualness that contrasts sharply with the life-altering consequences now unfolding in court. How deep could this connection have been if he didn't even know her name after a year?
Me and Miss McKinley been having
It's
sex.
Miss McKinney.
Oh, Miss McKinley.
You don't even know her last name?
Me and Miss McKinley been having sex the whole 2016.
You say you're in a year-long affair.
I met Miss McKinley, the ending of, I met
her the ending of 2015 going to 2016.
So, this is my question. What did she say? Who did she say Mr. Brown was?
Mr. Fowler reveals when Ms. McKinney told him about the pregnancy in June just before she was due to give birth. He says she simply stated she was pregnant and it was complicated. She never named a father. This paints Ms. McKinney as someone who was perhaps as uncertain as the men, or at least was not being transparent with either of them about the possibilities from the very start.
What did she tell you exactly?
That she's pregnant and she's ready to give birth.
So who did she say the father was?
She didn't tell me
I said it was complicated.
I believe it was complicated because, like I said,
I was back and forth with him and him.
that sex
back
tape
and forth.
was April 9th, and Amira was born April 9th.
A legal twist emerges. Despite being legally married and present at the birth, Mr. Brown refused to sign the birth certificate. His reason was shockingly practical. He feared being hit with child support because his wife receives public assistance. This is a sad commentary on how systemic policies can influence deeply personal decisions, creating a barrier between a man and a child he was supposedly raising from birth.
First time I met him.
The only reason why she was born early is because of complications, which her due date was supposed to be April 23rd, 2018.
Okay, so Mr. Brown, can you take me to the point you found out Ms. McKinney was pregnant?
That was in July. She came back when I went back to her house, and she went to my mom's house, and we took a home pregnancy test. And then in August, we went to the hospital, and that's when she found out she was 5 weeks pregnant.
So you were with her when she found out at the doctor's office?
Yes, I was there. I was present.
Mr. Brown describes his intense, almost obsessive analysis of Amira's features. He scrutinized her lip shape, convinced it wasn't his. He admits people inboxed his wife saying the baby wasn't his. His own family saw resemblances to his side, but his mind was poisoned by doubt. This is the tragic anatomy of paranoia, where every smile and facial feature becomes evidence in a trial of his own making.
Yeah, when I looked at Amira, I said, hey, when I was born, I was pale. But wait, look at her lip. Why does her lip look so fat? That's not my lip. My lip does not look like that. Oh, no, it does not. So from that time in, I put it in my head, I'm like, wait, okay, if she's not mine, then she gotta be Mr. Jonathan's child. Because she started looking more and more like him.
The timeline completely exonerates Mr. Fowler. He states the last time they were intimate was April 2017, a full year before Amira's April 2018 birth. The math is biologically impossible for him. The judge is stunned, and the case takes a massive turn. If he's telling the truth, then the man Mr. Brown feared most is definitively out of the running, narrowing the field mysteriously.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So, do you believe you are Amira's father?
No, I do not.
When's the last time you were intimate with Miss McKinney?
2017 of April.
That's a whole year before Amira was born.
Right.
And that's why you're saying I can't be
Right.
her biological. Well, then, Miss McKinney, why, if Mr. Fowler does this math and say, I was with her a whole year before Amira was even born,
The first results are in, the envelope is opened, and the court declares that Mr. Fowler is not the father. He is visibly relieved, thanking the judge profusely. This moment provides a clear answer for one man, but deepens the mystery for everyone else. The focus now shifts completely to Mr. Brown, who offered a heartfelt apology to his wife just moments before his own results are read.
these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostic, and they read as follows. In the case of McKinney versus Brown, when it comes 11-month-old Amira Brown, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Fowler, you are not the father.
The second verdict lands like a thunderclap. The judge reads the results for Mr. Brown, and the court rules, "You are not the father." The words are devastating. Ms. McKinney collapses to the floor in sheer shock, requiring medical assistance. Her world has imploded. She came to prove her husband was the dad, only to discover the father is a man she hasn't even identified in this room.
Miss McKinney? Miss McKinney, are you okay? Jerome, help her. Jerome, help her. Jerome will help you up, Miss McKinney, and I want you to sit in the chair. Someone call the medic, please. Just take a seat, honey, and breathe.
The gavel bangs, and we are immediately in the thick of a 30-year lie. Mr. Haggerty is here to save his relationship with his daughter, Wanda, who has pulled away. Why? Because her mother, Ms. Davis, just dropped a bombshell, claiming the man Wanda always called Daddy isn't her biological father. The stage is set for a classic paternity court showdown, fueled by 3 decades of deception and a whole lot of hurt feelings.
Mr. Haggerty, you've opened your case in hopes of saving your relationship with your daughter. She is distanced distanced herself from you, and you claim it's because her mother recently lied and claimed you are not her father. You plan to prove today what you've known for the last 30 years.
Mr. Haggerty stands firm, telling the judge he's known he was the dad for 30 years. But Ms. Davis drops her own truth bomb, admitting she lied. She shockingly refers to Mr. Haggerty as just a playmate. Can you imagine? The man who raised your child, just a playmate. Wanda is rightfully furious, calling out her mother for playing games with their lives since day one. The audacity is already off the charts, people.
Miss Wanda, you say you are stuck between your parents, and after believing the plaintiff was your father, you now are confused by your mother's new claim. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Davis, you admit to lying to Mr. Haggerty and your daughter, but say today you are ready to tell the truth and prove that he is not her father.
Wanda is visibly upset, and who can blame her? She points out the sheer unfairness to her and the man who raised her. She has her own kids now, who are confused about their grandfather. She passionately states that if her mother truly loved her, she wouldn't have played these games. This is the raw, real cost of a lie that has trickled down to another generation. The emotional damage is immense.
I mean, but I know who the biological father is.
Excuse me, Your Honor. She's saying that he was just a playmate, but how is that fair to this man and to me for her to be saying that he's just a playmate when from jump you led this man to believe that he was my father the whole 29 years of my life? That's not fair to me. That's not fair to him. I have kids myself asking me.
Through tears, Wanda defends the only father she's ever known. She describes Mr. Haggerty as a wonderful father who would pick her up from foster care and introduce her to his awesome family. He never treated her differently from his other daughter. This isn't just about biology. It's about the man who showed up, who was there for her when it mattered. That's a dad, no matter what a DNA test says.
Mr. Haggerty was a wonderful father to me. Like, I was in and out of the system, and he'll come pick me up from my foster care home, take me around to his side of the family, which is, they're awesome. He's just been an outstanding dad. He didn't treat me no different from my sister.
Wanda reveals the moment her world first cracked. At 19, a strange man approached her crying, claiming to be her real father. Imagine that shock. She was a full-grown adult, and her entire identity was suddenly thrown into question. This was the first domino to fall. The moment the lie her mother built began to crumble, leading to this very courtroom confrontation a decade later. The plot thickens.
I'm like,
how old were you?
I was 19 years old, Your Honor. And I'm
really?
like, yes, Your Honor. Yes.
And then what happens after that conversation? Do you go to verify this with your mother, or do you just have a conversation with him?
Me and this other man had a relationship. Like, he was calling me, he was checking on the kids, and when he showed me this picture of his mom.
And in a truly dramatic twist, Mr. Haggerty learns about this other man for the very first time. Right here, right now in court. His face says it all. He had no idea there was another potential father in the picture. The betrayal cuts deep. He raised this girl, loved her, and was completely kept in the dark about a massive part of her origin story. The shock is palpable.
When did you find out about this?
I found about this today.
Today?
Today, right now.
This court informed you that there was another man that could be your daughter's biological father.
Yes.
Who's saying he is her biological father.
Yes.
So you were never, Miss Wanda, you never told Mr. Haggerty that you had been spending time with this other man and having dinners?
Ms. Davis's story gets even messier. She admits she already had a boyfriend and was pregnant when she was, in her words, playing with Mr. Haggerty. She claims the real biological father was at the hospital and signed the birth certificate, so she knowingly let another man believe he was the dad from the very beginning. The layers of this deception are absolutely mind-boggling.
Did you tell Mr. Haggerty that he was your daughter's father?
Yeah.
You told him that?
Yes.
Did you tell the other man you were in the relationship that he was the father too?
The other man already knew because he called it when Marcella was first born.
The evidence doesn't lie. The judge examines the birth certificate, and sure enough, the other man's name is listed as the father. Wanda reveals she had never seen her own birth certificate in her 29 years of life. This is a powerful reminder to always know your documents, folks. This piece of paper holds a truth she was shielded from for her entire life until now.
Wanda, have you ever seen your birth certificate?
I've never seen my birth certificate in 29 years of my life.
Mr. Haggerty, You've testified in court today that you were proud to be Ms. Wandick's father.
Yes.
It's something you cherished, a relationship you valued.
Yes.
She said you were a wonderful father to her.
Enter Vanessa, Mr. Haggerty's other daughter. She is an absolute ray of sunshine and support. She says, of course, Wanda is her sister, pointing out she looks more like their dad than she does. She says even if they aren't biologically connected, Wanda will always be her sister. This is the definition of family being about love, not just DNA. It's a beautiful moment in a messy situation.
Of course I do. She looks like my dad. She looks more like my dad than I do. That's all I've ever known. Like when we were young, we dressed alike. She was with us for a while, so yes, I believe that's my sister, wholeheartedly.
Oh, so precious, y'all holding hands. I love that. And I could see throughout the testimony the tears coming down your eyes.
Oh, of course. It's emotional. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to go 30 years without knowing if they have a sister, a younger sister at that? I always wanted one. You know what I mean? So of course it's emotional.
Wanda doesn't hold back on her mother's motive, money. She claims her mother only brought up the other man when he came into some money, suggesting Wanda should get some from him. If true, this shifts the deception from a youthful mistake to a calculated financial manipulation. It adds a deeply cynical layer to an already heartbreaking story of paternal fraud and shattered trust.
So, Ms. Wandick, I want to understand, what do you believe was your mother's motivation for creating this type of paternity saga?
Money. When this other man accumulated all this money, that's when she wanted to say, that's who really your dad is. You need to get some money from him.
The moment of truth arrives. The DNA results are in. After all the tears, the accusations, and the decades of belief, the judge reads the verdict. Mr. Haggerty, you are not the father. The words land like a physical blow. The man who loved her as his own for 29 years is biologically unrelated. The scientific truth is finally out, but it doesn't erase the emotional truth.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Haggerty versus Wandick, when it comes to 29-year-old Marzella Wandick, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Haggerty, you are not the father.
The case of Lovett versus Hilton begins with a massive accusation. Ms. Lovett claims Mr. Hilton is the father of her 2-month-old daughter, Winter, but has denied and abandoned her. She also says he's abandoned their other 4 children together. Mr. Hilton immediately counters, stating he's certain the baby isn't his because Ms. Lovett was with another man. The financial and emotional devastation is already front and center in this messy situation.
Ms. Lovett, you are in court today to prove Mr. Hilton is the biological father of your 2-month-old daughter, Winter. You claim that Mr. Hilton has denied your daughter since birth and has also abandoned your other 4 children.
Mr. Hilton admits he loves his other 4 kids, but is drawing a hard line with baby Winter. He defiantly states, "I'm not finna take her baby. That's not mine." Ms. Lovett is visibly destroyed, claiming she's lost her house and car due to his refusal to help. The judge notes the pain, but we're already seeing a pattern of denial and responsibility avoidance that defines this entire tragic family dynamic.
So, Ms. Lovett, you claim Mr. Hilton's denial is hurting your family. Explain.
He's a deadbeat dad. He doesn't take care of the kids at all. He does nothing. I've lost everything. I lost my house, my car. I'm financially, I'm just destroyed because he just want to handle his responsibilities.
Mr. Hilton, those are strong allegations.
I'm not finna take a baby that's not mine. I love my kids, Your Honor.
Ms. Lovett, on the verge of tears, directly addresses Mr. Hilton. "I loved you so much," she says, "and you just keep doing this to our family." She pleads that their newborn daughter needs her dad. He won't even look at her or the baby, calling it all a lie and an act. The raw hurt of a fractured family is palpable, highlighting the deep personal cost of this paternity dispute.
I got 4 other kids, but Your Honor, I'm not finna do that. That's impossible.
You have 4 other kids together.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
But you so strongly believe Winter is not your biological child, you said you're not taking care of her.
No, ma'am, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
I can see that this really hurts you, Miss Lovett.
I shouldn't have to go through this. all these kids are his, and I know it.
The argument gets absurdly specific as Mr. Hilton attempts to use baby Winter's physical features as proof. He points out her big old eyes, insisting his own eyes are different. The judge has to remind him the baby is only 2 months old and her features aren't fully developed. It's a wild, unscientific attempt to justify his denial, showing how far he'll reach to avoid accepting potential fatherhood.
We made them together. She's so beautiful. That's his baby. I know she is. I know what I did.
Can you look at Mr. Hilton and talk to him? Tell him how this makes you feel.
I'm hurt. I loved you so much, and you just keep doing this to our family.
Ms. Lovett presents a calendar to prove her timeline, stating they had unprotected sex throughout November. Mr. Hilton dismisses it as something she made up, an app. He then changes his story, claiming the last time was only November 15th. His shifting memory and outright dismissal of her evidence paints a picture of a man who is either deeply in denial or simply unwilling to face the facts.
All of November we had
it looked like something she made up. Come on now. That's an app. Be for real.
I mean, whether she made it, what I'm trying to understand, Mr. Hilton, did you have sex with Miss Lovett pretty much the entire month of November up until Thanksgiving?
The plot thickens as we learn Mr. Hilton's paternity investigation consisted of Google. Ms. Lovett reveals he Googled it and decided the timeline don't make sense. The judge dryly asks, "Google is giving paternity results now?" This revelation is both hilarious and deeply sad, showcasing how some people will trust the internet over the mother of their children and basic biological science.
So wait a minute, Google is giving paternity results now?
Yeah, through my whole pregnancy, and Ashley was not there. It was one of my worst pregnancies ever. I was in and out the hospital. My baby sick, everything. He was not around. He's still not around. He's not doing anything at all.
Mr. Hilton, were you there for the birth?
Mr. Hilton admits he skipped the birth of his child and only showed up days later to, in his own words, see if it looked like me. He claims he saw no resemblance and therefore no bond. This is a stunning admission of conditional love, where his presence and support are wholly dependent on whether the baby passes his personal visual inspection. The lack of basic humanity is shocking.
Oh man,
so what did you come up there for at all?
Just to see like if it's mine or not. See if it looked like me or similar to my other kids, and I don't see it, so I just don't believe it. You know. Cause she done lied before plenty of times. She lied plenty.
Really? I lied?
Look at my nose. I got a fat nose. Look at it.
The financial and emotional neglect is fully exposed. Ms. Lovett states Mr. Hilton does nothing at all for the baby. He didn't sign the birth certificate and wasn't at the hospital. She describes going through a difficult pregnancy and birth completely alone. This is the real-world consequence of his denial, leaving a mother and newborn to fend for themselves while he sits in judgment.
So you're saying from that point on, Miss Lovett, he's doing nothing for the baby?
Nothing at all, whatsoever. And
did he sign the birth certificate?
He didn't sign anything. He wasn't even at the hospital. Nothing.
Yeah,
he was not
and
there.
this breaks your heart. Like I can.
Because he wasn't there.
A bombshell drops. The judge discovers Mr. Hilton's name isn't on any of his 4 other children's birth certificates either. He initially lies, claiming he is, but Ms. Lovett shuts him down. This proves a long-standing pattern of irresponsibility. He's a father of 4, possibly 5, who has legally avoided acknowledging them all. The level of deadbeat behavior is truly next level.
Haven't you signed the birth certificate for the children that you know are yours?
I don't know. She's crazy.
No, I'm not talking about her. No, I'm not talking about her.
She's making this stuff up. She's making
what
so
up?
Are you on the birth certificates?
Yes, I am.
Ashley, really? We gonna do this.
Okay.
You ain't on nothing.
All right.
You don't take accountability for nothing. You don't take responsibility for nothing.
Ms. Lovett presents her medical evidence, an identical Mongolian spot birthmark that Winter shares with one of their other children, which she claims is passed from the father. Mr. Hilton instantly denies ever having one himself. This desperate attempt at homespun DNA science falls completely flat, highlighting the futility of arguing about genetics without an actual test in such a high-stakes situation.
When they get older, there it is, Your Honor, identical. One is Winter and one is my other child. They're identical. It goes away when they're little, like when they grow older, but right now my daughter still has it. It's there. Then like my baby look just like him.
And you determined that this Mongolian spot is because Mr. Hilton is the biological father?
Yes.
The judge delivers a blistering reality check to Ms. Lovett. She asks why she keeps having babies with a man who does nothing for them, suggesting she believes it will make him stay. She tells her, "You're not gonna sit up here and convince me that you're just a victim of this man 5 times over." It's a tough but necessary call-out about personal responsibility and destructive cycles.
And I'm mad at you.
You need to be mad at he's done nothing for the baby. You should be more mad at him.
No, you don't
He's
tell
done
me who
nothing.
I get to be more mad at. That's the problem. You're not gonna sit up here and convince me that you're just a victim of this man 5 times over.
I love him.
I know you do. And you think having all these babies gonna make him stay or he gonna make him do right by you. And that is just not how the cookie crumbles.
The DNA results are in and they are definitive. The judge reads the verdict. "Mr. Hilton, you are not the father." He immediately erupts with a loud triumphant, "I told you. Told you." His victory lap is visceral, but it doesn't erase the fact that he has 4 other children he's also neglected. The truth about Winter is clear, but the larger family disaster remains.
In the case of Lovett versus Hilton, when it comes to 2-month-old Winter Lovett, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hilton, you are not the father.
Told you. Told you.
The case kicks off with a major accusation. Ms. Marsh states that Mr. Reed denies their 1-year-old daughter, Jamari, but only because she rejected a relationship with him. He immediately counters, claiming she confessed he might not be the father and is trying to trap him. The foundational conflict is laid out in the first 30 seconds, showing 2 completely opposing stories destined for a dramatic collision in court.
Ms. Marsh, you and your mom have demanded the defendant, Mr. Reed, appear in court today because you say he denies your 1-year-old daughter, Jamari, only when you deny his desire to have a relationship with you. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Reed confirms his disbelief, bluntly stating, "No, I don't, Your Honor," when asked if he thinks Jamari is his biological child. This is a cold, direct denial of paternity right to the mother's face. The emotional stakes skyrocket as he rejects the little girl in open court. It's a harsh moment that sets a very defensive and confrontational tone for the entire proceeding.
So, Ms. Marsh, are you using baby Jamari to trap Mr. Reed?
Mr. Reed knows me and him are not going to be in a relationship. I've moved on since Mr. Reed. I just want him to take care of Jamari.
And so, Mr. Reed, you say you don't believe Jamari, oh, she's so adorable, is your biological child.
The 4 wives plan is dropped like a bomb. Mr. Reed explains he's a Muslim, planning on having 4 wives, and that Ms. Marsh was just a prospect. This confession redefines their entire relationship, revealing he never saw her as a sole partner. It's a jaw-dropping justification for his behavior that leaves the courtroom reeling from the sheer audacity of his stated lifestyle goals.
I threw a birthday party for her oldest daughter, yes.
All right, so in your mind, was this a relationship or what?
She knew I was dating other women.
I never knew he was dating other women. On Torrance's birthday, he asked me to go on a trip with him to a resort with his family.
Ms. Marsh describes the chaotic vacation where she met his other wife. She says, "I have never heard of a man taking a woman on vacation to meet their wife." The sheer absurdity of the situation highlights the deep deception. She felt so trapped, she contacted people in St. Louis to get home. This story paints a vivid picture of the confusing and manipulative environment he created.
I didn't tell you before we got to maturity.
Wait a minute, I have never heard of a man taking a woman on vacation to meet their wife.
Exactly, exactly. And then when we got there, Your Honor, the girl, they was asking me, like, how do you know him? I'm like, how do you know him? She just met him.
The wife?
Yes.
The mother's testimony adds another layer. She says Mr. Reed's own mother claimed he had told Ms. Marsh about wanting 4 wives, but Ms. Marsh insists he tricked me. This, he said, she said, involving family members deepens the mystery. It shows the conflict spilled over into their wider social circles, with each side claiming a different version of the truth was communicated.
4 wives. I said, no, your son didn't tell me. He tricked me. So it's a difference.
Your
I didn't know
Honor,
about no
Your
other
Honor,
wives until I got to St.
Your Honor,
Louis.
how could I trick a grown woman?
Miss Walker, was it your understanding Mr. Reed was your daughter's boyfriend at that time?
Yes.
You thought your daughter was dating a man, he seemed to be a nice man, he gave the birthday party for the older child?
The age gap is spotlighted. Ms. Marsh is 26 and Mr. Reed is 40. The judge calls him out for coming to get this young girl and sold her a whole bunch of dreams. This highlights a potential potential power imbalance in their relationship. His response is to deflect, accusing her of having numerous men, a classic tactic that fails to address his own role in the situation.
So you done come and got this young girl. You sold her a whole bunch of dreams.
I didn't sell her nothing.
And I believe
She's said he's talking about what I'm doing, but she have numerous men. Yes, you do.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Come
you
on
do.
now. Come on now.
man.
Don't do that,
Really?
baby. Don't
Really?
do that, baby.
You didn't have a dude
Don't-
when
don't
you
do
didn't have
that.
a man when I came to Columbia?
Mr. Reed admits to having companions in multiple cities like Chicago and Ohio. He openly confirms his polygamous lifestyle to the court. He then admits he accepted the pregnancy, but wasn't for sure it was mine. This confession reveals a man living a complex, multi-city romantic life while being deeply skeptical of the consequences, showing a clear disconnect between his actions and his willingness to take responsibility.
Did you accept during that time that she was carrying your child?
Yes, I accepted it, but I wasn't for sure it was mine.
He don't want responsibilities.
Responsibility, I'm the one to take
You
care of
you accepted it, but you had.
When I'm down, only time I don't take care of her.
A social media contradiction is exposed. The court reveals Mr. Reed wrote on Facebook, "I want to see my daughter," calling Tamari his own. Yet under a public congratulations post, he commented, "Don't be too quick to say that." This flip-flopping between private acknowledgement and public doubt perfectly captures his conflicted and unreliable position throughout the entire paternity situation. He couldn't even keep his story straight online.
Yep.
Yeah, I wrote on Facebook and said I wanted to see her.
Your daughter. He said my daughter. And at this time.
All right, so what's interesting is that the court also uncovered this on Facebook.
Yeah, that was like
someone posted a picture of the baby.
Exactly.
And said, "Congratulations on your new baby."
The root of his doubt is revealed. Mr. Reed claims, "Every time she get angry with me, she say, 'You're not the father.' The judge notes you can't unring that bell," acknowledging how damaging such words can be. Ms. Marsh admits it happened once during an argument. This moment shows how heated words spoken in anger can fester and become the central excuse for avoiding responsibility.
This other gentleman is the father that she was sleeping with. That's my doubt.
Ms. Marsh, when you're angry with him, do you tell him this is not his baby?
Because he's always trying to do something.
But that's yes. But that is yes.
And it only happened once that I told him that.
3 times.
It
You
never
just told me
happened
this
3
last
times.
time.
Science enters the chat. The judge uses a conception calculator determining the window was July 18th to 23rd. Ms. Marsh states she wasn't with the other man until August 1st. This timeline seems to scientifically eliminate the other potential father and point directly back to Mr. Reed. His weak, "huh?" response suggests his doubt is not based on dates, but on a desire to escape the situation.
All right, April 15th, 2016. If we hit calculate, the conception date would be July 18th to July 23rd, 2015. You're saying you were not with this other guy until when?
August 1st.
Until August 1st.
A heartbreaking detail emerges. Despite his denial, Mr. Reed lived with them for 7 months and Tamari knows him as Dada. The judge brilliantly points out, "You don't walk right on up into the trap if you truly believe it's a trap." This completely dismantles his narrative, proving his actions showed a level of commitment and belief that his words in court desperately tried to deny. The truth is revealed.
So wait a minute, does Tamari recognize him as her
says
dad?
my dad every time she see him.
Because he was good with her. And why would you go stay over there 7 months and you didn't know?
Because I was trying to do the right thing.
But if you really believe somebody's trying to trap you, you don't walk right on up into the trap.
Exactly.
Really?
The results are in. Mr. Reed, you are not the father. His immediate reaction is not concern for the child, but anger at his own embarrassment, complaining he looks like a goofy. This selfish response confirms his priorities were never about the child's well-being, but about his own ego and avoiding the financial and emotional responsibilities of fatherhood from the very beginning.
It comes to 1-year-old Jamari, Marsh. It has been determined by this court, Mr. Reed, you are not the father.
Well, now I feel like the goofy. I done went through all this, and
That's why
all
you
the
got put in
time I'm believing she knew this.
The gavel bangs, and we are in session. Ms. Collier kicks off this dramatic episode of Paternity Court, introducing the case of Laws versus Bailey. The central question, whether Mr. Bailey is the father of Ms. Law's 2 sons. The tension is already so thick you could cut it with a knife. We have a paternity mystery, a passed-away ex, and a whole lot of family drama. Let's get into it.
Ms. Laws, you have dragged your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Bailey, into court to prove to him that he is the father of your 19-month-old son, Josiah. You believe he is denying paternity because of his mother's doubts.
The judge lays out the messy facts. Ms. Laws believes Mr. Bailey is denying paternity for his 19-month-old son, Josiah, due to his mother's influence. She also claims he might be the father of her 4-year-old Jamari. Mr. Bailey, however, is not having it. He insists the biological father for both boys is Ms. Law's late boyfriend, Mr. Davis. 2 kids, 2 potential dads, and 1 man who is no longer here to speak for himself. What a situation.
You also claim that there is a chance that Mr. Bailey is the father of your 4-year-old son, Jamari, who has another man's name on his birth certificate. Mr. Bailey, you say that you did not father either of Ms. Law's 2 sons and believe that their biological father is Ms. Law's boyfriend who passed away 2 years ago. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Laws drops the first bomb. She reveals that after cheating on her then-boyfriend, Mr. Davis, with Mr. Bailey for one night, she discovered she was pregnant. The immediate confusion was real. So, what did she do? She told both men they could be the father. This is the origin story of all this chaos. One night, no protection, and a lifetime of consequences. The plot, as they say, thickens immensely right here.
So, when you said, I'm pregnant, did you say immediately, I'm confused as to which man is the father, or did you tell one man he was the father?
Actually, I told the both of them when I found out.
You did?
Yes, I did.
So you told both men?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Your Honor.
Who was at the birth with you?
Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis was at the birth
Yes,
of
Your
your
Honor.
first child.
The judge serves a cold, hard truth to a skeptical Mr. Bailey. He questions how a one-night stand could lead to pregnancy. The judge shuts it down with a legendary news flash, stating many people are products of one-night stands and it only takes once. She confirms they did not use protection, calling it a recipe for making a baby. This is a reality check delivered with the force of a judicial sledgehammer. He had no comeback for that.
Up until that time, Mr. Davis thought he was Jamari's biological father.
Yes.
Did his family accept the child?
Yes.
But you knew all the while, deep inside, that you had cheated on Mr. Davis with Mr. Bailey.
Yes.
And so, Mr. Davis passes away.
Ms. Laws confronts Mr. Bailey directly, claiming that when she told him about the first pregnancy, he said, "That's my baby." He immediately and vehemently denies ever saying that. The back and forth is heated and full of accusation. This is a classic he said, she said moment, and it's the core of their disagreement. Their conflicting memories about this initial conversation set the stage for years of doubt and conflict.
Okay, so let me tell you, when I first found out I was pregnant, I didn't have the guts to even tell Corey that I cheated because I was like, you know, I was in love with that man. So when I told Mr. Bailey, I told him second after I told Mr. Davis. And what Mr. Bailey said was, that's my baby.
Did you say that, Mr. Bailey? Did you say that's my baby?
No, how I'm gonna say that?
Him and his cousin was saying that.
Here comes the second bomb. Ms. Laws reveals a shocking promise from Mr. Bailey. She testifies that he told her, "If both of these kids come out mine, I'm going to marry you." Whoa, so this isn't just about child support. There was a potential wedding on the line. This adds a huge layer of emotional complexity to his denials. She's frustrated, asking why he's now acting like he doesn't know it's a possibility.
I never had the guts enough to even, you know what I mean? That's why I'm here today, honest, because I kept that secret for so long. I was young, I didn't know how to say it. It would hurt, you know what I mean? He dead now, so he's saying he don't know if he could be the dad. What he told me Friday was, if both of these kids come out mine, I'm going to marry you.
The plot twist we didn't see coming. The judge announces that Mr. Davis's sister, Ms. Collier, is in the courtroom. The uh-oh from the gallery says it all. This is about to get even more uncomfortable. Ms. Collier is escorted in, representing the family of the deceased man who believed he was the father. This introduces a whole new dimension of grief and betrayal into an already volatile situation.
And I'd like to have her be escorted in. Jerome? Ms. Collier, thank you so much for being here today. And please accept my sincerest condolences on the loss of your brother. I know that is very difficult. Let's take a deep breath. Do you believe that your brother is Jamari's biological father?
Yeah.
Ms. Laws reacts with pure shock to Ms. Collier's testimony. Ms. Collier stated that her brother, Mr. Davis, believed Ms. Laws' second child, Josiah, was also his. Ms. Laws claims this is the first she's hearing of it and becomes visibly upset. She insists Mr. Davis was just hurt to see her pregnant by someone else. This moment highlights the tragic web of misunderstandings and unspoken truths that define these relationships.
Davis told them
That's
that.
my first time ever hearing that Mr. Davis thought that. I mean, Yana never told me that he thought that. He never said that he thought that. When he used to come pick up Jamari when he was sick and he seen me pregnant, he like, you know, this hurt my feelings. That's supposed to be my baby, or you only supposed to have one baby by me. Being that he's passing.
Mr. Bailey reveals his trust issues. His proof of Ms. Laws being sneaky? Her phone was always locked and she'd changed the password. That's it. The judge presses him for any real evidence she was unfaithful during their relationship, and he has nothing concrete. His entire doubt seems rooted in her past confession about the first child. The logic is circular. You cheated once, so I can never trust you again.
So you don't
stayed
trust
at home
her?
24/7. You know I was a homebody. You always got to be out doing something. So we don't know for sure if Jamari is yours or Corey's because I made that one mistake with you. So we got that out the way. But what we don't got out the way is Josiah being your son, and he's definitely your son. And like I said, you're gonna see today. You're gonna see today.
So Ms. Laws, just to be clear, you told him unequivocally that Josiah is his biological child.
Yes.
The emotions boil over. Ms. Laws gets so frustrated she threatens to walk out of the courtroom. The judge has to calm her down, reminding her that walking out means walking out on her children's opportunity for the truth. This is the peak of the emotional breakdown. The pressure of years of secrets and confrontation is too much, and she's ready to explode. The courtroom tension is absolutely unreal at this moment.
Let's get some order. Let's get some order. Just calm down, Ms. Laws.
Take a deep breath. I'm ready to walk out, and you can read the results to him because I already know the freaking results.
Listen, you walk out of here, you walking out on your children's opportunity to know who
he gonna hear it.
their
They need to
father.
hear it.
Listen. You do need to hear it because you've already testified that you had a question and a secret that you held on to by yourself.
The moment of truth for the younger child. The results for 19-month-old Josiah are in. The court determines that Mr. Bailey is the biological father. When asked how he feels, Mr. Bailey gives a subdued, "Okay, cool, I feel a lot better now." It's a massive anticlimactic response to such a life-altering revelation. After all that drama, his calm acceptance is almost as shocking as a denial would have been.
Laws versus Bailey, pertaining to whether Mr. Bailey or Mr. Davis is the father of 19-month-old Josiah Laws. It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Bailey.
The earth-shattering result. The court reveals that Mr. Bailey is also the biological father of the 4-year-old Jamari. Mr. Bailey is visibly blown away, stammering, "It just blew me away, honestly." His mother, Ms. Nelson, lets out a stunned gasp. Meanwhile, Ms. Collier, the aunt of the deceased Mr. Davis, is heartbroken but vows to maintain her bond with Jamari. This result changes everything for everyone involved.
I'm very sorry, Ms. Collier.
He's still gonna be my nephew because I had that bond with Jamari.
Mr. Bailey, how do you feel to know that Jamari is also your biological child?
It just blew me away, honestly. I'm gone, like, oh my God.
You're like in shock.
Yes.